Deeps, Peg City, and around the globe. Welcome to Beer for Breakfast, Oot and a Boot at Interstellar Rodeo. They call me Bruce, Amanda's on the camera, and we got Josh and Andy from Skydiggers, the Skydiggers, with us. And well, I want to talk about communication. In our very first interview, years ago, you mentioned you had just got a computer that your friends gave to you.
Yes.
And you made the most profound comment about technology that I thought. You said you had rediscovered letter writing through email.
Oh, that's interesting.
And there's always this great communication, whether it's through stories and that. Now you're communicating to multi-generations, not just different genres or different technologies. Is there a responsibility or an elation or
to multi-generations?
Yeah,
you know,
it's
really,
you see that there's more than one generation taking your stuff.
It's great because we've been doing always the weekend before Christmas at the Horseshoe Tavern in Toronto, and now people are bringing their kids who are now in their early 20s, and it's it's a great thing. For us, it's communication. Community is such a big part of what we do, and what we've realized over the past 10 years anyway, that one thing that makes us so fortunate is the community that we've become a part of over the past 25 or 30 years. So yeah, it's a wonderful thing.
And the band is actually, from an outsider's perspective, almost more like a community. I mean, you guys are the original members, but there's been this change. I mean, Peter Cash, for a big example, and Jesse Bell Smith, who's now part of the band. How does that change the dynamics when you're communicating within the band? When you've got a rotating lineup and still the same songs, as we noted.
I think what we realized is that the musicians and the people that come through the band bring something, bring an energy, bring an attitude, bring something to the table that helps the songs evolve and helps the band evolve, and that's a real gift. That makes it interesting. It changes it for us, changes the dynamic for us, changes the dynamic for the audience, and hopefully it just what's important is that you evolve and that you change when you're doing any creative pursuit, and new members help push us as well, and that's a good thing.
And we still occasionally do shows with Peter, and we did one July 1st, and Josh said something interesting. He said after the show, it's another version of the band, because there are songs that we only do when we play with Peter, because he's got such a strong presence in his songs that it's a great thing. It just gives us all these wonderful opportunities to go out and be different versions of the band. With the new record, we're doing an acoustic version of the band. So it's just, we're very fortunate that way, and that's all part of our community.
And while other bands, when they celebrate a milestone, whether it be 10, 15, 20, however many years, however many albums, they get a retrospective. You guys picked a season and put out an album for that, going back a few years before we get to the new album.
Right.
And you chose to celebrate that diversity.
Yeah,
Is that really what keeps it alive for you? Because there's always a freshness to it.
We're always trying, Josh, as Josh said, we're always trying to evolve and to move forward, and sometimes in order to move forward you have to look back, and that's so we're kind of lucky, we kind of get to do whatever we want.
So looking back, what are the things you go like? Everybody looks back and I could have done this, I could have done that. What about some of the things that you look back and go like, wow, yeah, I was, we were on then.
Well, I mean,
hardest question in the world.
It's a hard question, but I will say, I think for us a real sort of pivotal moment for the band was when Peter Cash left and we did Desmond's Hip City. That was sort of a moment a real make or break moment for us. And we had when Pete left, we engaged Paul McLeod and Gavin Brown, and we made that record, and we did some touring, and that took the band in a completely different place, and in a great way. It was a real sort of kick in the ass for the three of us. Ron Macy as well, who was in the band, and it really elevated us and made us have to be a better band, better musicians. And I just, you're sort of putting me on the spot. I think of that because that was a real moment where we had to really rise to an occasion. Like if the band was going to stay relevant, we had to make a good record, and we had to go out and be a good band live.
That was a pivotal moment. I mean, a lot of fans like, wow, this is different, but they never left. And that truly goes to the character of the band. And the new album, let's talk about, speaking of great communicators, we want to talk about a couple of them that are outside the band. Gene Clark of the Byrds, the autobiography written by John Anderson here of Winnipeg with Gene Clark, and now you guys do a tribute to Gene Clark. What is it about Gene Clark that resonates with us Canadians, in particular you?
I don't know. I don't know, and it's not. It's not really a tribute record. It's we started becoming interested in these songs at Gene's, and then we started almost channeling them more than I don't know that much about Gene Clark. I know a little bit about him, but it's more the songs that I'm interested in. And when we started playing the songs with just the two of us, they were very much like songs that we felt we almost could have written. They were very much, they're similar chord structures, and it was like discovering something that had been hiding in plain sight, but discovering it for the first time. We were familiar with the Byrds and with Feel a Whole Lot Better, and, through Full Moon Fever, Tom Petty's version, and all that stuff. But then when you stripped away all of the Wrecking Crew and the Hollywood production from the Byrds versions of stuff like Set You Free This Time and The World Turns All Around Her, they're folk songs. And before he was in all the Byrds guys, they were all in folk groups. So that's kind of what we wanted to get back to, was sort of a lot of those songs were on the Byrds' first record, which probably means that they've been around for a couple of years, which means that they're probably written when Gene Clark was still in the New Christie Minstrels. So that's kind of what and She Don't Care About Time. Those songs, they're
gems.
They're when you strip them down, they're really folky. They're, The World Turns All Around Her could have been written in Elizabethan England with some of the changes in the song. So,
Andy, Josh, thanks for joining us today. Skydiggers, you have to check them out. Skydiggers.com, that easy. This has been Beer for Breakfast, Oot and a Boot at Interstellar Rodeo. Until we meet again, be good, have fun, stay motivated.